Good morning, everyone. This is Bremster, and today I'm coming to you with a video that I honestly think there is only about a 50% chance that you're ever going to see. This is a puzzle called Double Negative that was recently posted to the Cracking the Cryptic Discord archive by Tallcat. This is another Broken 159 puzzle. And I've not even looked at it before. I have no idea what I'm in for. It's been rated 3 in difficulty by most of the people who've solved it, but I'm going in completely blind, and the broken 159 constraint is a little bit odd to me. And yeah, this one's going to be interesting. There is a very, very good chance that this video will die and I'll end up having to re-record it as a not blind solve. We will see how we go. Um, I've done another Broken 159 puzzle before in the past, which was, I think it was called Demonstrating Broken 159, and I believe that one was by Riff Clown. Um, and This one is by Tallcat. I've done other Tallcat puzzles. I think Rumors was by Tallcat, and that I've been setting a lot of that was a German Whispers puzzle, and I've been setting a lot of German Whispers puzzles recently. And like I'm not a like not from being in the same ballpark. Like if I got up on a tall tower with a powerful set of binoculars, I might be able to see the ballpark of Rumors with the stuff that I've been setting. So yeah, it's a little daunting that I'm going in completely blind on a tall cat puzzle, but I'm going to try it and see how we go. There'll be links to this puzzle below where you'll be able to give it a shot. And I'll also post to the Discord archive number where this is. I've been told that this is not going to be posted to Logic Masters Germany for a while. If Tallcat tells me when he does, then I will update the description to include that link. And of course, I'll post a link to Tallcat's profile on Logic Masters Germany below. But let's look at this puzzle. So there are 3 rules in effect. The first one is normal sudoku rules, which is in every box, in every row, and in every column. The digits 1 to 9 must exist without repetition. Another standard rule is Kropki. This is Kropki, not Kropki pairs, which will be a little bit weird for me. I'm going to forget that a lot, which is adjacent cells separated by a black dot must have a 1 to 2 ratio. All black dots are given, so there cannot be a 1 to 2 ratio anywhere else in the grid. So I could not, for example, put a 1 2 there or a 2 4 there. So I have to keep in mind the negative constraint. So this is going to be a puzzle about negative constraints, hence the title Double Negative. Because the other one that comes into play is Broken 159. For those who haven't seen the other Broken 159, I'm going to explain this the same way I explained the other one, which is in a normal 159 puzzle, what you have is purple's not the normal color, but I'm going to use it for this. What you would have is you would have all columns 1, 5, and 9 shaded. It would be in the orange that you saw before. But what you would have is you'd have all of columns 1, 5, 9 shaded. And whatever digit you placed into column 1, that is where the 1 would need to appear in that row. And the same would be true in column 5 and column 9. So if I was to put a 7 here, then this would need to be the 9. And if I was to put a 6 here, then this would need to be the 5. So 2 is the column that the 1 needs to appear in this row. 7 is the column that the 9 needs to appear in this row. And 6 is the column that 5 needs to appear in this row. So that's how it works with a normal 159. With a broken 159, that is true for the shaded cells, but it must not be true for the unshaded cells. So for example, if this was a 3, then we know for a fact this cannot be a 1. Because if this was a 1, this cell would need to be shaded. Because that would mean that if this was the case in the grid, then this would break the broken 159 rule because 3 is pointing at the correct location, but this is not a shaded cell. So that's how the puzzle works. How I'm going to solve it, Eek. So let's give this a shot. So I've got an easy way to start on this one, I think, which is, um, yeah. So Kropki in a row. Um, when you've got a run like this, so there's only, you cannot use 5, 7, or 9 on Kropki dots because their ratios are either something and a half or over 10 or 10 or higher. So, and I can't, the only Kropki dots you can use are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8, but you can't use 3 and 6 on a run of 3 digits because you would have to go, for example, 363, and that doesn't work. So if the digits all see each other, you cannot use 3 and 6, which narrows it down to 1, 2, 4, 8. But because of the run of sequence, you cannot put 1 or 8 in the middle, because if you put 1 in the middle, both of those would have to be 2, and if you put 8 in the middle, both of those would have to be 4. So this is a known sequence. If you've done a lot of Kropki puzzles in the past, particularly with ratio dots, you would recognize that sequence. So you can immediately put 2, 4, and 1, 2, 4, 8. I just wanted to explain it. This gives us a 2, 4 pair, which means this is a 1, 8. Sorry, take 2, 4 out of those. Oh, that's going to be interesting. So you can go 1, 2. I'm going to actually blow these away because you can go 1, 2, 4 or 8, 4, 2. So this gives you another 2, 4 in those. So this tells us the 9 here is going to be in one of those two. And I really don't want a pencil mark across boxes. But that's interesting because I cannot go 1, 2, 4. So I've either got 1, 2, 4 or 8, 4, 2, and I cannot go 1, 2, 4 because if I went 1, 2, 4, I'll just show you. If I go 1, 2, then 2 is pointing at 1, but that cell is not shaded, so that can't be correct. So this has to be 8, this has to be 4, this has to be 2, this has to be 1, this has to be 2, this has to be 4. The 4 is now telling me the position of the 9. This cannot be a 1. This cannot be a 1. 1 is in one of those 3 cells. This cannot be a 1 because it would be in a ratio with the 2. This cannot be a 1 because it would be in the ratio with the 2 and pointed to by the 2, which is not legal. This cannot be a 1 because it would be in the same row. Oh, how am I going to do this? So 4 is down here. 2 is down here. So 2, but 2 and 4 must be separated. So I cannot put 2 and 4 in the middle, because if I put a 2 and a 4 in the middle, then it would be next to the other 2 and 4. So this is actually a 2, 4 pair. Okay, that's some progress. Eight can't go there. 8 can't go there. Because if 8 was there, then it would be next to whichever one of these was 4. So 8 is in one of those two. If 8 is there, 4 can be in either of those. If 8 is there, then that will be the 4. But we definitely have 8 down here, which puts 8 down here because it cannot go next to the 4. One can't go in there because 1 would be next to the 2. 1 can't go there, 1 can't go there. This is a 1-8 pair. Now, while this is listed as Kropki with a negative constraint, it's worthwhile pointing out that he didn't say anything. It just says all black dots are given. So it's kind of a ratio negative. I'm assuming I can have consecutive cells because the rule specifically states cells separated by a black dot must have a ratio of 1 to 2. All black dots are given. So I can't, for example, say this has to be a 1 because I can't have the 8 next to the 9. But this is potentially going to give me a negative constraint, but I can't do it yet. So where do I go from here? I mean, that was a nice gentle break in and all, but I mean, do I pencil mark this and look for ramifications? So 3, 5, 6, and 7. So I know that one of these three has to be a 5. And the reason for that is I need to put a 5 in column 5. And wherever the 5 goes in column 5, it's going to be pointing to itself. So there will be a 5 in one of those three cells, but it could be in there and therefore in one of those two. The similar is going to be true of 9. 9 has to be in one of those three, and 1 has to be in one of those three, because I can't put it there. But 5 is completely unrestricted by black dots. 9 is completely unrestricted by black dots. It can go next to anything. 1 just can't go next to 2. So it just limits it from there. I mean, 9 has to go in one of those two. But this is just saying it can't go there, so that doesn't help me. 1 can't go there, which is fine, and 5 is going to be indexed. So 5 is going to be either here, 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 or here. So 5 can't be here because I can't put 4 here. So that's not 5. Five can be there, there. 5 can't be there, so that can't be 6, which puts 6 in the top up there. But 5 could be there. Do I need to look at the possibilities for this? But they could be any of the Kropki dots, surely. I really don't just want to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8 on those. Well, this can't be a 1. Okay, so I've got the 1 down to those two. So this... Oh, of course. There we go. That's nice. So this has to point at the 1 in this row, which now is in one of these two. So this would have to be a 2 or a 3, and it can't be a 2. So this is a 3, this is a 1. That being a 1, there'd have to be a black dot there if that was a 2. So that becomes the 4, that becomes the 2. 2 can't be next to 1, so that becomes the 8, that becomes the 1. So far, this is flowing very well. 6 now has to be in one of these two because 6 has been limited to those three. 3 and 6 must be kept apart. I need to keep that in mind. But 6 cannot go here or there'd have to be a black dot here. So 6 can't be in either of those two cells. So 6 is in one of those two. 6 is in one of those. So 6 is down here. 6 can't be there because that would make that 9, and it can't be. So this is a 6-8 pair. Have to remember to keep 6 and 8 apart. Sorry, 3 and 6 apart. This can't be 3 anymore. So 3 and 6 are up here, so they can't go in the middle. So I've now got a 5-7 pair, and that's because if I put 3 or 6 in the middle, I'd have to put the other one next to it. So I can't put 7 there, and I can't put 5 or 7 there. So 5 in this row is either here or here. And 5, but I can't put 5 there. So this is the 5, this is the 7, this is the 5. Because if I put 7 there, I'd have to put 5 there, but I already know that's only 6 or 8. And that's given me my self-referential 5, which I'm going to make a slightly darker colour. Actually, I don't need to do that. But I've got my self-referential 5, so that's good. How am I going to get out of this central area? I don't know. We'll find out. So these are 3, 7, and 9. That's not 3. So 9 has to go in either 7 or 9, and I can't put it in 7. So that becomes the 9, and I can take 9 out of there. One, two, three, four. This is a 5, 6 pair. And these are 7 and 9. So that's a 9 and that's a 7. Now, I don't think... So I've definitely made those separate. 4 is next to 2 on a dot and not touching 8. 2 is not touching 1 or 4. 2 is touching 4 but not 1. 8 is touching 4. 3 is separate from 6. Okay, so now I need to get out of this center band. So 5 here can be almost anywhere. Like for example, this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, or 9. That's horrible. Okay, so it can't be 1. So it can be 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, or 9. Now that surely is not the way to move forward with this. So 2 and 4 are the most restricted Kropki numbers. This cell here might be incredibly restricted because I can't put 1 in it. And the reason I can't put 1 in it is because if I put 1 in that, I'd have to put 6 there, and I can't put 3 next to 6. I can't put 2 in it. I can put 3 in it. I can't put 4 because it would be next to 2. I couldn't have put 1 anyway, so because it'd be next to 2. I can put 4. I can put 5. I can put 6. Oh, I can put 7 and I can put 9. That's much... Okay, that was not as good as I thought. So this can't have 8 next to it. Which it can't for multiple reasons, because it would be in a ratio and because it would mean I'd have to put a 1 there and I can't put a 1 there. How do I break out of this? Like 9 in this row can go in any of those. So that's wide open. So I can take 1 out of there because of the 2 already in the... So there's 5 digits that can go into there. 1, 4, 5, 1, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I was really happy with this, but I'm stuck. Two is in one of those. Two is there. 5 is there, which puts 5 there, which puts 5 up there. Can't put 5 there, but That's going down a deep rabbit hole. Is it 5 and 5, 7, and 9 in this row? Actually, that's not a bad idea. I can't put 5 there. I can put 5 there. So I'm just going to, this is silly, I know, but I'm just going to do that. I can't put 5 on Kropki dots. I can't put 5 on Kropki dots. I can't put 5 right there. If I was to put 5 there, I'd have to put 1 there. So I can't put 5 there. So 5 is limited to 3 cells. Now, if I do the same with 7, 7 can't go there. 7, because of the 7 in the column, 7 can't go on Kropki dots. If I was to put 7 there, I'd have to put 1 there. If I put 1 there, I would have to put 2 there, and I can't do it. So 7 can't go there either. And 7 can't go there. So 7 is in one of those two, which means that can't be 7. Can I get a similar restriction on 9? So 9 can't go on a Kropki dot. 9 can't go there. If I was to put 9 here, I'd have to put 1 here, which would break. And if I was to put 9 here, it's not quite there. Can I eliminate either of these 7s? Seven there would put 7 there, which would put 7 down there. I don't think I can. So it's definitely worth keeping in mind that I can't put 5, 7, or 9 in there. So if I can't put 5, 7, or 9, I can put 1, can't put 2, can't put 3, can't put 4, can't put 5, can put 6, can't put 7, can't put 8, can't put 9. So this is 1 or 6. But I can... This is only 1 or 6. And that's because of the Kropki negative constraint. Now, if this was 1, that would be the self-indexing 1. If this was 6, then that would become a 1 and that would become a 2. And I don't see a problem with that. Oh, that felt so close to being there. If only I could have eliminated from one of those 2 cells, or... Five, 7, and 9 have to appear in 3 of those 4 cells. And 7 is in one of those 2. Okay. So this could If there is a 9, it can only be there. Otherwise, they're in those three. But I can't... do I want to look at the options on these pairs? So 1, 2, 3... Oh, 1, 2, 4, 8, and 3 and 6. Okay, so this can't be 1. If this was 2, this could be 1. If this is 3, this could be 6. If this is 4, this could be 2 or 8. If this is 6, this could be 3. And if this is 8, this can't be 8. Okay, 1 would make that 2, which is fine. 2 would make that 4, which seems to be fine. 3 would make that 6. Hang on. If that's 3, that's 6, and that doesn't work. This cannot be 3, so this cannot be 6. And if this is 3, this is 6, and this is 3. This can't be 3, and this can't be 6. I cannot put 3, 6. I can't put 3, 6 on this dot either. Because if I put 3, 6 on this dot, then this is, if this is 3, this is 6, this becomes 3, and I've got a false, I need a dot there. And if this is 6, this is 3, and this is 6, and I'd need a dot there. I can't put 3, 6 on this. This has to be from 1, 2, 4, 8. I've got a 1, 2, 4, 8 quad. This becomes a 6. So these are from 3, 5, 7, and 9. There is no 5 or 7 there. There is no 9 there. There's no 7 there. There's no 3 there, because it would be next to the 6. So 2 and 4 can go with any of those. 1, 2, 4, 8. So I can take 2 out of there, which means that can't be 1. I can take 8 out of there. Actually, 1 to 2, 4 to 2 or 8. I can't put 4 there. That can't be 4. That 3, 6 trick was very clever. Oh, I need to take this further, though. Six. 6 makes that a 1, which makes that a 2. That's now a 4 and an 8. Don't forget the normal 159. 4, 1, 2. That puts 4 down here. 2 down here. This is not getting me anywhere. 1 down here, which means one of those has to be... If it was there or there, they'd have to be 4, so they can't be. So if 1 was there, that would have to be a 4. If 1 was there, that would have to be a 4. That has to be the 1. That's clever. Because I can't put 4 anywhere down there. So that had to be the 1. This is not 4. I feel like I'm nickel and diming it, but possibly in an okay way. I don't have enough. So one of these is a 1, because I need to have a self-indexing 1, and these are the only 2 left. That was very clever. 497161. So have I been able to limit this down any further? I can still put 9 there. I can still put 9 there. I can still put 9 there, and I can still put 9 there. So 1 is in one of these two. What are the other options? So these can be from 1. One of them has to be a 1, so I cannot put a 2 in there, because if I put it, oh, I couldn't anyway, so 2 and 3 are out. So I can't use 2, 3, 4. I can't use 5 because there's already a 1 in this box. I can't use 6. So it's from 1, 7, and 9. I can't use 8 because it would put a 1 in that column. So these are from 1, 7, and 9. Which means there's a 1 in one of those 4, which I've got already from the ones pointing into the box. If I put a 1 there, that becomes a 9. That would be okay. That would then be a 1. I don't see how to narrow that down. Okay, so I'm going to fill out this last indexing cell. It could be a 1. It could be a 2. Can't be a 3. Can't be a 4. Could be a 5. Could be a 6. Could be a 7. Could be an 8. Can't be a 9. Can't be a 2. I don't think I need these green cells anymore. So 1 is in one of those 3 cells. I'm just not used to working with these negative Kropki constraints. So there's probably a negative ratio trick that I'm not seeing. One is in one of those 2, which means 2 has to be in one of those 2 because I can't put 2. 2 is not there. So, and if I put 2 in any of those, it would be next to 1. So 2 is in one of those 2, which puts 2 down here with the 4, and the 2 and the 4 have to be kept separate. So that gives me the 2, 4 pair. This is so clever, but I am feeling out of my league. Where does 8 go? 8 can't go there, but it could go in either of those because I don't know which one of these is the 4. All I know is 8's eliminated from there, which I've already got. 5 can go in any of those. 8 can go in any of those. Okay, so that was looking at 1s gave me that. Can I get 1s in any other way? Like 1 has to be in one of those, but I can't eliminate it further down, I don't think. One is in one of those, and one of those. I'm not seeing how to eliminate it down any further. Oh, 2 can't be next to 4. That's the 2. So that's the 1. 2 is now in one of those 2 because it can't be next to the 1. Eight is now in one of those 2, which puts 8 down here. So 2, 2, 2 can't be next to the 1. So that makes that the 2, because 2 can't be in any of those or any of those. So that forces 2 into one of those 2, knocking 2 out of there, making that the 2. If that's a 2, that's a 5, and that can't be a 5. So that's the 2. This is not the 2, which means that's the 4, that's the 2. This is not the 8. Slowly but surely. So what have I got on 2s now? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I must be able to get this 2. It's right there. So the 1s can't go where the 1s already can't go, but 4 must be very limited because I can't put 4 in any of those. That has to be the 4, which takes 4 out of there. Now, 5 is there, okay, or one of those 2. I think they're still okay. Now, 7 is no longer capable of being 1, so that's either a 1 or a 9. Can't be 1, because 2 can't be next to 1. That's the 9. 9 is where the 1 goes, and 1 is where the 9 goes. So we've now got that sorted out. There is no 9 there. 1, 1, 1 is now right there. This is not a 1, which I already had from that. This puzzle is clever. Cleverer than me. Though I feel I'm doing okay at this. So 1 is either there or there, and 1 can't go there. This is now the 1. I needed the self-referential 1. I could have just got it that way. So I'm now down to 3 different digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. We know it can't be an 8 down here because I've already got 8 pencil marked up here because 8 is forced down here. I'm trusting my pencil marks. This is 5 or 7. These are 5, 7, or 8. Yeah, that's not giving me much. I've still got no, 3 is in one of those 2, but that's okay. 3 and 6 in here. Well, they've got to be kept apart. So none of those, that can't be 3 or 6. So 3 and 6 go into those cells. But that's a lot of options. Yeah, I don't think that's where I'm looking. 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so am I looking here again? So where can the 5 go? It can go there, it can go there. It can't go there anymore, so this is not a 9 anymore. 3 and 6. I mean, I still need to keep 3 and 6 apart in here, but I don't have... So I know that they'll be in a crosshatch pattern, but I don't know how that's going to sort out. Like, I know if that's a 9, that can't be a 5, for example, but... This can't be a 7 because there is a 1 in the 7th column and that's not shaded. So 1s. I've got all the 1s. I've got all the 2s. 3 we know is in one of those. I don't have many 3s at all. I've got a lot of 4s. 4 is in there. 4 is in those two. Four is in those two. Don't have a lot on 5s. Don't have a lot on 6s. 7 is in one of those two by the look of it. Because 7 can't be there and 7's eliminated by that 1. So 7 is in one of those two, 7 is in one of those two. So 7 is in one of those two. I'm not sure what that gets me. I'm doing a bit better on 8s. 8, 8. 8 is in one of those two, but 8 can't be here. So 8 and 8 point down to those two cells, but I've got 4 restricted to those two. If I put 8 there, that would be 4, and that would be a fake. There'd need to be a Kropki dot there. That has to be 8. That has to be 4. So if this is 8, then this is 5. This is not 5. There is no 5 here. There's only 3 cells here. What do I had to remove the 9 from there? 3, 6, 7. This can't be 3, 6. There's no 8 there. There is absolutely an 8 there. So these are 3, 6, 7, but I can't make 3, 6 there. I have to take 7 out of there. Because if I put 7 there, this would be 3, 6, and I would need a dot, and I do not have one. So this is 3, 6, 7. 1, 2, 4, 8 is separate. This is going to keep the 3, 6, 7, 3 and 6 separated, so that's all done. 1, 2, 4, 8 are all separated. The 3, 6 can't go together. I now have 3, 6 in that column. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9. That can't be the 7 because the 7 is up here. So that's a 5 or a 9. These 5, 7, 9s are going to be an issue. 4 is in one of those two. So 4, yeah, it makes sense from all of that. 4 can't go there because it would put it next to a 2. That's a 4. That's a 4. That is not a 4. I know I'm being a little slow, but I'm actually really happy with how I'm solving this one. Like doing a Tallcat puzzle, like how long have I been doing this? This is just over 40 minutes or just under 40 minutes. I'm pretty happy with that for a Tallcat puzzle. I really am. I mean, I'm not there yet, but... So that can't be an 8. Actually, 8 can't go in any of those cells. So that has to be an 8, which makes that a 9, which takes the 9 out of there. This is a 3-7 pair. Take the 9 out of there. Actually, that 8 makes that a 5, takes the 5 out of those. That's a 9. These are 3, 7, and 8. I can't put 8 there. I can't put 7 up the top. But I did see something here. 3, 7 pair. This is a 6, 8. I need to put a 6 in one of those two, which makes that a 6. Because I can't... Where does 6 go in this row? It can only go there. Well, that 8 makes that a 3, which makes that a 7, which makes that an 8. Yeah. That 5 makes that a 7. The digit that is missing is 6. This is 3, 5, and 9 missing from... And there's no 5 there, so that's the 5. 3 can't go next to 6, but I don't have 3 next to 6. That's okay. This is 3, 6, and 9. No. Wait, I can't put 9 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9 because I can't put 9 in that box. This is a 3, 6 pair, which has been separated by the 4. This becomes a 3. This is 7. This is 5. That 7 resolves the 3 and the 7. That 6 resolves the 3 and the 6, which resolves that 3, which takes 3 out of there. The 7 resolves the 6 and the 7. The 6 resolves the 5 and the 6. Am I actually doing this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 3. I can't put the 6 next to the 3. I take 7 out of there. These are 5, 6, and 9, and I cannot put 6 there or there. That's the 6. This is a 5, 9. That's the 5. That's the 9. These are 3 and 9. So that's 3 and that's 9 because of the 9 in the column. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Can't put 8 there. Can't put 7 there. That's a 6, 8 pair, so that's a 7. Can't put 8 next to 4. Oh, thank heaven. 6, 8, 6, 8, and 3, and 6. And I think I've done it. I think I did it. I think I just completely blind solved a Tallcat puzzle. Okay. Wow. I hope you guys gave that a try and were more successful than me, though I don't care if you did. I'm really happy with how that went. That was amazing. Tallcat, that was brilliant. I really loved that puzzle. That was off the chart great. Right in my ballpark. I love puzzles like this. Every deduction I made there, I have no idea if that was the right path. I don't care. That was so much fun. Like, I really, when I say I don't care, what I mean is every deduction I made there, I really enjoyed. I enjoyed finding it. If you had more clever logic in there that I completely missed, it doesn't matter to me. What I had, that was complete joy. I don't demand that every puzzle is the best Sudoku ever. In fact, some of those best Sudoku evers that I see just make me feel like I'm an idiot because I will never solve them. There's just so much there I can't see. Whereas this, I'm not saying this isn't one of the best Sudoku ever. It might be. Other people can judge that. For me, that was just joy in discovery. And that's what I want. I want pleasure from my Sudokus. And that was it. That was 100% pure pleasure the whole way through the solve. Thank you very, very much. I hope everyone else gave that a shot because that was top notch. Double negative is absolute positive. Yeah, great. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you join me for more, because if I keep getting puzzles like this, it's worth coming back to find them. Thank you everyone. Have a good morning.